Every year, more than 1 million widows in America lose thousands of dollars they could have kept simply because they never knew 7 small Social Security rules. 7 rules sound simple, but the impact is massive. Together, they determine whether you build lifelong security from your spouses, hard work, or quietly watch those earnings fade away. If you believe Social Security is too complicated to understand, stay with me. In this video, we will uncover the 7 costly Social Security mistakes widows still make in 2026 and learn how you can avoid them entirely. By the end, you will see exactly how to protect what both of you built and claim every dollar you deserve. Let us start with the first and most common mistake: filing too early without knowing the full survivor formula. When you lose your spouse, the emotional weight collides with financial pressure. The instinct to replace that lost income immediately is natural, but claiming survivor benefits at 60 locks your payment at about 71% of your late spouse's full benefit. If your spouse received $3,100 each month, your check would start around $2,216. Wait until 65 and your benefit rises to about $2,697. Wait until 66 or 67 depending on your birth year and you receive the full $3,100. That single timing choice can change your lifetime income by over $200,000. It does not mean waiting is always better. Life is more than numbers. But it means that only you can balance your personal budget against the reward for patience. Before signing the forms, compare your age 60 through 67 payment options side by side. Write those numbers down. The chart will answer questions that emotions cannot. The second mistake is confusing spousal benefits with survivor benefits. The two sound similar, but the difference is like night and day. Spousal benefits apply while both partners are alive. They can be up to half of your spouse's benefit based on your age. Survivor benefits take effect after death and can reach 100% of what your spouse earned. Asking for the wrong one can cut your income in half and may take months to correct. So, when you contact Social Security, it matters how you describe yourself. Start your call by saying clearly, "I am the widow applying for survivor benefits." Those words guide the representative to the correct path on their screen. Adding that one sentence can save hours of calls and piles of mail. Never be afraid to repeat it until they confirm the correct category. The third mistake is ignoring the annual earnings limit. Many widows stay in part-time or full-time work after loss because employment gives structure and community as well as income. But Social Security has a limit if you claim early. In 2026, that limit is about $23,000. For every $2 you earn above it, $1 of benefits is withheld for the rest of the year. The withheld money is later returned in the form of higher payments once you reach your full survivor retirement age, but in the short term, it can squeeze your budget. Imagine planning bills on a $2,000 check and learning that a few thousand will not appear because you worked a little overtime. It shocks many people. The simplest fix is planning ahead. Estimate what you expect to earn and decide whether to start benefits now or delay until you retire fully. Knowledge of that rule keeps your entire financial plan smoother. The fourth mistake is forgetting you may qualify for 2 different benefits rather than one. Social Security tracks each person's record separately. You have your own work history, and your spouse had theirs. If you qualify for both survivor and personal retirement benefits, you can choose which one to start first and later switch when the other becomes higher. It is a rare moment when government rules allow flexibility. This switcher strategy can add powerful value because your personal benefit grows by 8% for every year you delay after full retirement age. Picture yourself at 62 receiving a survivor check now while your own benefit builds quietly until 70. At 70, you switch and lock in a lifetime increase. On average, that strategy can add between $100,000 and $200,000 over 2 decades, depending on earnings history. The fifth mistake is remarrying too early without checking the age rule. Love has no schedule, but Social Security measures time to the day. If you remarry before age 60, you usually lose eligibility for your first spouse's survivor benefits. Marry after 60 and you keep them. The rule may seem unfair, but it is black and white within the law. Consider Ellen, who met a kind partner at 59. They set a wedding for spring. Her advisor explained that waiting until after her 60th birthday would preserve more than $2,800, a month from her late husband's record. She postponed the ceremony 3 months, kept her benefits, and began her new chapter of life without sacrificing hard-earned stability. Mistakes is ignoring taxes and cost of living adjustments. Survivor benefits can be partly taxable when your total combined income passes $25,000 as a single filer. That combined income includes half of your Social Security benefits, plus all other earnings such as wages, interest, or pensions. If you are near that threshold, set aside 10% of each check during the year. Doing so turns April into an ordinary month instead of a crisis. On the other hand, do not overlook the positive side of adjustments. Every year, Social Security increases benefits to match inflation. For 2026, the cost of living adjustment is about 2.5%. It means that a survivor receiving $3,000 this year will receive around $3,075 next year without reapplying. Those small annual increases keep your spending power alive while prices rise. Mistake 7 is trusting your benefit letters without verifying your record. Behind every Social Security payment lies decades of reported earnings. If even one employer misspelled your name or entered a wrong number, the credits for that year may vanish from the file. The agency does not often notice unless you do. Always create a My Social Security account online and review the earnings table once a year. If a year shows zeros where you know your spouse worked, contact the office with proof such as tax forms or payslips. Correcting it early protects permanent income. More than 500,000 mistakes have been fixed by widows who checked their records personally. Those few minutes of attention equal years of extra stability. Now, you know the 7 key mistakes that still cost widows money in 2026. Filing too early, confusing benefit types, ignoring earning limits, forgetting multiple benefit options, remarrying before 60, overlooking taxes and cost of living changes, and failing to verify records. But knowledge alone is not enough. Let us turn these ideas into easy habits. Step 1. Plan on paper. Print your expected benefits at different ages. Seeing all amounts side by side shows how waiting or switching changes the story. A written chart keeps emotion out of the decision. Step 2. Set reminders to review your account each January. That month brings new cost of living adjustments and new earnings limits. Write the figures on a note and keep them near your bills. Awareness is protection. Step 3. Mark your birthday on the calendar if you plan to remarry. Remind yourself 60 is the milestone that shapes everything. Love should be celebrated without regret, and planning keeps celebration free of worry. Step 4. Discuss taxes early with whoever handles your return. Even a small-town preparer can estimate how much of your Social Security might be taxable and show legal ways to reduce it. A short conversation today can save hundreds tomorrow. Step 5. Gather your vital documents. Keep one folder with your marriage certificate, death certificate, benefit statements, and recent correspondence. In stressful times, order matters. That small folder turns chaos into organization. Step 6. Share what you learn with another widow. Explaining these points to someone else locks them into your memory. It also builds a circle of women who can support one another as each new year delivers small rule updates. Step 7. Reward yourself with peace whenever a deposit arrives. Instead of wondering why the number changed, you will know that knowledge replaces anxiety with pride. Each payment is living proof of a partnership that continues to protect you. Let us review briefly so it stays firm in your mind. Filing too early means smaller checks that never grow beyond inflation. Asking for spousal benefits instead of survivor cuts income in half. Working above the earnings limit before full retirement age reduces monthly pay temporarily. Ignoring your own record wastes a benefit you earned yourself. Remarrying before 60 crosses a bright legal line. Overlooking taxes and cost of living changes hides both pitfalls and advantages. And skipping verification risks, leaving work credits unclaimed forever. 7 mistakes, yet every solution fits on one page of notes. That is the beauty of understanding this system. It looks enormous from the outside, but inside it runs on simple numbers and predictable patterns. Social Security is the only lifelong paycheck tied to inflation, federally guaranteed and built by your own contributions. It acts like an unbreakable bridge from 2 incomes to 1. When used correctly, it transforms grief from financial panic into measured security. Take a moment to imagine what your spouse wanted for you. safetyindependence.com. Social Security is part of that promise, and knowledge keeps the promise alive. Every household that pays attention to these 7 details experiences the difference within months. There is no magic, only information turned into action. That is the quiet power thousands of widows are discovering across the country. So, the next time someone tells you that Social Security is too confusing, you can gently smile. You know that confusion costs money and clarity creates peace. You now have formulas, charts, and strategies that protect your benefit as carefully as your spouse once protected you. The system has rules, but you now speak its language. You understand patience, timing, verification, and rights. You do not need shortcuts or secret contacts, just steady awareness and confidence. If watching this video helps even one widow keep a clean, accurate account of benefits, the message has done its job. Because the real goal is not only income, it is independence backed by understanding. And that understanding will serve you for life. So as 2026 begins, remember these 7 lessons. Write them down. Keep them near your important papers and read them once in a while until they feel natural. Then share them with another woman starting this same journey. Together you form a ripple of financial strength in every community. Your spouse's work built a foundation meant to last beyond a lifetime. Today, you reinforced that foundation with knowledge. That combination is what true security looks like. You are not just surviving, you are managing a plan that honors both of you. Each monthly deposit carries the promise of their work and the proof of your wisdom. That is the legacy of understanding Social Security and the way to make sure you never lose a single dollar that was already earned for you.